square off as we start here with Oasis. Seeing a lot of back and forth, but now it's time. Element Mystic versus BlossoM for the second series of the night.
Well, here we go, Achilios. It's time to see sparks fly here between these two teams. Symmetra mains don't get too excited. Insane was never. She would never.
Not sparks in the sense of, you know, sparks of like love, as you would say. Sparks fly between these two. It's more like a rim of a tire being ground into the pavement as they drive down the highway.
All right,
this is going to be a bit of a brutal one.
Rushes in, will win this race easily for the health pack hack.
Yeah, takes that one for himself. Illicit, maybe not even trying for that one. Could have gone for the side pack, the mini, off to the side. And yep, that's exactly what he did. So BlossoM just looking to have as much control around the top side of the map here as actually finds his way into the back, just getting a couple shots there onto Mineral.
It will change the way they play, obviously. Will not have that central focal point. But if Element Mystic doesn't win the point, that hacked health pack below will be worthless to them.
Well, there you go. They already win the point, so seems like it might be pretty good for them. Dako now going to get hacked. The kill be okay here for the moment. Just going to be pocketed, drops down into the pit to pick that one up, and actually finds the first kill as Alyssa goes down. Now Swoon going down as well. Popo finding that one. And Dotori is desperately trying to make his way out of here. But Exy trying to get on him like white on rice, chases him all the way back over towards the spawn and will be able to take him out in the end. Element Mystic will be able to hold on to this with a pulse bomb nearly ready to go, as well as an EMP and a coalescence.
Yeah, they've got pretty much the big six ready in just a second here. Once Dako finishes his up, they're going to be good to go. Very much a great position to be in because they do control that mega below the point, so easy to dive Dako down there to grab it. Because he was nearly DMAC, he's low.
EMP comes in, finds multiple members of BlossoM, and they are just very swiftly going to get taken down. Repel using the coalescence just to ensure victory. We'll be able to keep Jexay alive.
Coalescence builds so quickly, you don't have to worry about your usage there. So I was trying to mention before that fight broke out and the EMP blasted everybody, as Dako was lower than Sia in terms of self-destruct charge. They're both even now, but Guard, let's see if he can continue to hit these EMPs. He did not hit Swoon, but everyone else died, so the coalescence didn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think it cost him too much there. Insane now trying to duel there against Repel, but actually gets forced back and has to use the recall. Let him go forward there. He backs up Mineral to try to finish him off, but yet again can't do it. Repel jumps away with a bait, and Sound Barrier came down there from Jexay. Now answered by BlossoM as they try to push in, looking for this take onto the point. They fire away, they knock Dako out of the mech, and they will be able to get the flip as it's 80% gained here for Element Mystic. Kills now coming forward. BlossoM will win this fight. They will go ahead and maintain control over this point.
A lot of this on the back of Insane. He did insane damage, moving up to his name in that last fight, tracking the D.Va that was hacked by the EMP to make sure that she was DMAC'd before the self-destruct could come out there, so that they could not use it for a remake. Guard, though, about to have his own EMP. Let's watch very closely how the best Schröder player in Korea utilizes this one. Taking the approach onto the supports.
Oh,
Bam!
there you go. Just drops it in on top of everybody. Guard chasing down into the low ground. Will go ahead, pop back up, knock Sia out of the mech. There's something truck from Dako. Does find the kill there onto Insane. Exy is going to go finish off Sia here at the end as the rest of Element Mystic look to go ahead and get the flip onto the point. Illicit going low, has the EMP, but doesn't have much life left in him. He'll go down as Popo finds a triple kill as a Winston. The flip comes through. Element Mystic now 85% going up. BlossoM, they need to get this one back, and they need to do it very quickly.
BlossoM needed to, oh boy, this is not a good start. BlossoM needed to better track where Guard was in that fight. He just simply casually walked up from the high ground. Gonna commit the coalescence here. Repel trying to add this extra healing through, so BlossoM cannot get onto the points. He gets hacked.
They're trying to take them down, but listen, he actually used the EMP. He's gonna go down as actually pops Sia out of the mech and finishes off the Sombra. Now it's into overtime. Element Mystic throwing it down that Sound Barrier. Post bomb out from X. He finds another one. His Mineral goes down. And they are just gating BlossoM out of this. Dotori tries to drop in with the Sound Barrier, but he dies before he can hit the ground. Swoon gonna fall as well. 145. Element Mystic take University.
Element Mystic is the team to watch out for, guys. If that map didn't convince you, you got 3 more. We're not even done with control yet. We didn't get to see the element of depth of the protection of XC on McCree because they ran the Tracer Sombra instead, operated around the Mega Pack healed the heal there in the center of the control point. And we just saw really good focus fire again on the tanks. And oh, there we go. That's what I want to see. I want to see XC on that McCree. This is going to be a clinic on how to run this hero, how to protect him, and utilize him with...
You had the rhymes going.
Oh, I wasn't doing
XC on the McCree to B. You had it going. You dropped the flow.
I'm trying I was doing an Uber impression, but I didn't stick it. My bad.
It's all right. Not everybody can be a rap god, but the fight's now going to break out here onto the high ground in Gardens. As XC just goes firing away, fan of the hammer down the hall, trying to get some shots in. It looks like they're going to go ahead and get a very early pop on the back there. Garcia, big flashbang connects on the multiple members, but no one's going down yet. See Element Mystic fearlessly chasing forward. Finish off BlossoM and get this cap.
Yep. As soon as they saw the McCree, they knew there was a lost fight and had to back away. Gonna go in for a last-minute contest, though. This is going to be expensive.
Yeah, still are looking for this one. Daco will go low. They'll get Popo as well. Daco still manages to stay alive here for the moment, but XC with a Deadeye ready to go. Element Mystic is still trying to finish off this cap, have not been able to do so. And the EMP is going to be struck first here by the side of Guard, throwing that one down. Get a couple picks coming through. Now the cap is there for the side of Element Mystic. XC riding back, still has the Deadeye, looking for those headshots, but can't find it. It's BlossoM. They want to go ahead, they want to flip it right here, right now, as the sound barrier comes in from Satori.
The kill under Repel was so huge, meant that they could not really pocket McCree anymore, so XC is forced away. Can't do that damage. He survives, but can't do what's required to flip the to prevent the flip of the point. But notice how they operate around him. As long as Moira has left click off of cooldown, it's very difficult to kill the McCree. As he comes through, he's actually leading the charge here. Look at the angle for the defensive Daco D-Matrix coming through. Love how they operate around it.
Oh man, they get caught out by that EMP there from Alicent. Now Barrier comes in to follow up, but Popo's still going to go down as Mineral uses the Primal Rage. XC, Jedi comes in, finds two, no DPS left here from the side of BlossoM, and he's going to push forward and just rip Mineral apart by banning that hammer. Sia trying to stay alive, will go ahead, jumps his way off the point. They have been holding on to this so far, but it might just be another very rapid flip going over here to the side of Element Mystic as they regain control. Sia goes down, they'll start building this one up. They'll be able to get it, 44%, 43 there for BlossoM at the end as Element Mystic regains control.
Massive plays here from XC. The Deadeye with the double, having that angle, playing away from his team for the first time to make sure he had that. All right, let's watch Guard again on the Sombra. He's actually hiding on this high ground. Running right into the team, translocates over.
Jumps in, throws that one down, but no kills coming off the back side of it here. Mineral goes low. Seems like he's not going to get finished off. In fact, it's just going to be fed over to Swoon as he spams them back up and builds in towards another Coalescence. XC up onto the high ground here. He has another Deadeye. This Guard just goes ahead, sprays away. Alyssa and Satori go down first and foremost. As XC looks for the hit, finds Swoon, gets the pop on the mech there. And everybody will die. Element Mystic able to hold on to this one here as they keep going up.
Look at how he plays around his team. Staying away from them when they take control, staying with them when they approach, just maximizing his potential for damage. He's making this happen without a Zenyatta. He's just so accurate on this McCree. And he's angling himself to where when BlossoM dives in, he's got a perfect angle to do damage away from the D-Matrix.
For the hack onto Repel, but he jumps away with the page. Just some time to keep himself alive. BlossoM. Now a bit of priority there over the point, but Popo is looking to disrupt this as he pops the Primal Rage to go in. Self-destruct up from Daco, finds Swoon, Sia knocked out of the back. And Element Mystic, they don't want another flip. They want to go ahead, they want to finish this. They want to get the 2-0 here on Oasis. It seems like they might just be able to get it. Popo maybe takes it a bit too far. Will be hounded down here by the Tracer. Jumps to the side. The spam comes through. Repel is able to keep him alive, and now is going to be benefiting with the Coalescence of his own.
Playing with fire, but as you say, that deals so much ult charge when you get away with it. Alicent drops down the EMP, doesn't hit very many.
Yeah, but and now they have to use the sound barrier just to try to stay alive in the fight. Repel going in with the Coalescence, just rips apart Sia. He's going to get popped down. He's going to go down. Alyssa dies. Swoon going down as well. The Tori will get punished, and Element Mystic will just go ahead and team kill BlossoM and close out Oasis.
Very dominant performance here by Element Mystic. Playing around the McCree, making sure that Guard could get into position for his EMPs, hitting those very well. Jexay with the sound barrier there at the end to close it out after the EMP was used. This team looks promising. This team looks like champions. Let's all remember this team has never played in an offline event until this one. They played in several online, they played in open division. They purchased the spot to get into this tournament, and they have lived up to the names of the Apex team that they took the slot from. And BlossoM coming through, having Insane on the lineup. Didn't work out for them this time against the coordination that we're seeing from Element Mystic, but I do feel that keeping him in the lineup instead of switching to Ons on the Widow is the safer play, and I think something that they should be experimenting with much more often, because just trying to do what worked against some teams when they out-widowed them is not going to work easily against Element Mystic.
Yeah, it definitely gives them a lot more flexibility. They can try around with different compositions, whereas when you run Ons, you're pretty much shoehorned into trying to run that Widow over and over again, no matter how many times it should get picked off. So again, I agree with you. I think that they should go ahead and move forward with Insane still here on Hybrid, see how that goes, see if they can pick up a map win, and then make a decision from there. But something tells me that we're probably just going to see On swapped in here for Insane, as has kind of been the tradition from these guys.
I mean, I'm not the one making decisions in the booth there, so it's hard to know. We're going to have our fan signs here.
Jigsaw.
It says, like, begin the game. It says, win Element Mystic, telling them to do it with that sign there. The Daco sign to the left.
Some blood splatter coming off of that one, as well as we got some nice little drawings coming in from the Element Mystic fans.
Yeah.
Little manga panel.
Just saying, like, I'm going to cheer when I win it and for what I want, basically, that sign there on the right
Whenever
side.
I want,
Element
when
Mystic.
I want.
It says Element Mystic
what
amazing
I want,
there
rather.
on the front. We saw this sign earlier, the hello friend tracer sign.
Popping our way in. Flip through a couple more of these, as I do believe, yeah, we're going to have Ons swapping in. I'll spoil it.
Why are you being a spoiler? You do this every time.
You know, just I just want to keep the people informed, let them know what's going on. In the loop.
There's a Sparkle sign. Sparkle, of course, the most popular player on Element Mystic because of his antics on stream and some of the content they made.
Oh,
Ooh, that might win. I don't know.
That is damn good.
That is pretty good.
That's some nice silhouette drawing you got going on there.
I did really like the manga panels earlier, but look at this, man. He even had his trace lines there. Tried to erase them, man. He was working hard on that sign.
Seen this one?
Just says, just smile.
Yeah, this one's been a bit of a repeat visit here during our Element Mystic series.
Yeah.
We've seen this one come through before. So, saving the drawing, very much like I'm sure our first winner of the day with the Diva drawing is going to be doing. If she didn't give it away to Runaway. Could have done that. Could have given it to...
I want that drawing. I don't even know what the whole point of this is. It's just like a sign that says La.
It's a music
so
sheet.
Probably a
that says,
Repel Saw fan.
Maybe.
Just says, they're asking the casters to sing, and they're singing the Korean casters.
They were doing it. He was doing, I guess, what would be the equivalent of the Korean do-re-mi.
Sound of music here. Oh. Well, it says Element Mystics, and it says love there. I'm Flowervin sticker as well. Mixed messages, but I'm guessing that fan that shot the headshot there was a BlossoM fan.
Might have been.
Oh man, the Element Mystic logo is so cool.
It really is. It's such a great one. And then you got some love there for Repel and Daco with the Zenyatta Diva duo. And they have been doing some serious work. Haven't had as much Daco cam this time around so far on Oasis, but it's going to be a double flip, huh? See, I was still saving the best for last. We knew that Odds was probably going to be coming in, but it's going to be Sparkle coming in over Exy.
So, rather than try to out-widow Ons, assuming he swaps in, rather than trying to out-widow him, they're looking to dive him with the Genji, very likely from Sparkle. Ons will be subbed in for Insane. Let's see if he can deal with Sparkle. Because it's very much a two-way street. The Genji can, as Haxel demonstrated in the previous series, counter the Widow, dive the Widow, and kill the Widow, making it irrelevant. But a great Widow, can also make the Genji irrelevant by hitting headshots, as we saw from Climax in the series against MVP Space on Hanamura. So, depending on how they want to, or how well Ons can play the Widow tonight, which, spoiler alert, he's going to be playing most of Widow, not the Tracer. I'm guessing we're going to Hollywood again, if I had to guess. There's been a little bit of a trend going on here with BlossoM. Ever since they lost to Meta Athena in their first series on that Control, they've been going to Hollywood every time. And mixed results, but it's their best hybrid map, so.
But do you want to go with the predictable choice here, going into what is potentially the best team in the tournament, or do you want to go ahead and try to throw them a curveball, catch them off guard, and then maybe try to find a victory that way? That's kind of the decision that you have to come to. Run something that you are the most comfortable on, that the enemy will be prepared for, or just try to surprise them. I think, well, honestly, go for a surprise. Why not?
I mean, I would tend to agree with some of the sentiment if we still had Insane on the roster, but given that Ons is subbed in, I think you've got to go with your... If you've already decided to make the decision, we're going to play Widow, we're going to do this again, then you got to play Ons' best map, Hollywood. You got to make that happen. It's not necessarily the best map for Widowmaker, but it's the map we're seeing the most Widow on at the moment. So
we're going to find out here.
Eichenwald, though.
Okay. So this was, yeah, this is going to be that curveball we were talking about. The map that Runaway has been trying to get their hands on yet again. But now we'll be returning to Eichenwald for the first time in quite some time here, Wolf.
Indeed. Let's find out how this one pans out, because this is not a fantastic map for Widow by any means. We have seen it in the streets phase around the castle on defense and offense for BlossoM, but it is very much a risky map pick here. I think when you subbed Insane out and you put Ons in, you're playing against perhaps the best Genji player in this tournament. There are arguments for Diced and Haksal as well, but there is no clear favorite of these three players. Only playoffs will really give us the answer. But when you're playing this against a great Genji on a great Genji map with Eichenwald, you're playing with fire.
You are, but BlossoM now going to be down one map, lost Oasis 0-2 to Element Mystic. Wasn't that close. Some quick flips there on Garden, but in the end couldn't even get close to 100%. They need this map choice of Eichenwald to pay off so they can tie up this series and try to claw back a victory here in this match. Let's see if they can do so. Audience still filtering in here as we just go past 9 p.m. in Korea on a Monday evening.
Ons will start the Tracer, but it is going to be against Sparkle's Pharah that we've seen on this map. Sparkle will flip onto the Pharah oftentimes, but doesn't usually play Control. We'll play it on Hybrid. We've seen it on Hollywood. We've seen it on this map. So not a huge surprise here to see it from him. We'll be playing the Genji on almost any other map, but not on Eichenwald. Ons, after seeing this, will switch to the Widow. Is looking for the hit scan here, but is unfortunately unsuccessful so far. Looks to be switching yet again.
Okay, might just be a very fast one. Yeah, we'll go over to the Tracer. So good to see him playing flexibly already to start off this series. For himself, the shots come down from Sparkle from above, and Tori will get taken down, and he's going to be feel free to go ahead and chase it even deeper. Going to build up rapidly for that barrage. Gets a hit in onto Ons, can't finish him off, however, but still offering up so much damage, and taking him out of the sky is going to be incredibly difficult for BlossoM.
All right, Guard looking for a hack into the backline, mostly just farming EMP right now. Going to look for the picks onto Mineral is the first target they've been looking for.
Yeah, 60% so far into that one, but Repel's going to go down here at the start of the fight. Listen, will get taken out of Poco chasing forward now. Sia knocked down to the mech. Rez coming down will bring Repel back into the fight. There's no punish there onto the Mercy. A little bit too late. Caster Curse perhaps there for Jexay. He does get taken down. Sparkle hits the ground level, takes out two with the barrage. Absolutely melts right through him and denies that first tick to come in.
When you're as accurate as Sparkle, it doesn't matter to use the barrage just for guaranteed damage. When you know the Diva is D-Max, you've got to throw out that barrage. You're going to find value, and Ons, unfortunately, not preventing that res. Even though he did eventually get the kill on the Jexy, might have actually cost them this attack. Guard has that EMP ready in just a second here. Looking for the supports right now, finds them.
Pushes in, throws that one down. Spoon trying to get his way back into safety. Won't be able to do so because Poco goes forward and finds a double kill, and now Sparkle is hot on the heels of everybody else here on this team. Illicit goes dangerously low, but the rockets won't quite connect. Seems like he will be able to retreat with his life and with that EMP still intact. For now, BlossoM going to be held at bay, and I have to invest quite a bit here to try to break this defense from the side of Element Mystic.
CC is holding on. Oh, hold that thought. We're going to see the hack up the sky. It's going to drop the Pharah down immediately here.
Throws her down, and Sparkle is going to go under fire, and he'll get taken out by Sia. See if the res can come through from Jexay. Perhaps the self-destruct goes up into the air. Guard jumping back to the translocator, keeps himself safe, and now finds a hack there on a mineral who can't go anywhere. He is just a lamb to the slaughter, gets taken down, and now all of BlossoM is completely desynced away from each other. They're playing around the back into the street phase. You guys haven't unlocked that point yet. You have the cap A.
Yeah, they're just totally stuck here, trying to retreat the wrong way, getting totally shut down. This may be a full hold. Such good accuracy by Repel to actually take out Sia and damage Mineral quite heavily in the sky. Very good accuracy, very much focus fire there to eliminate the tanks. And despite the fact that Sparkle was hacked, that EMP value is not enough on one target here. It just simply is not. If they lose the D.Va mech again, this barrage is going to be trouble.
Yeah, you got that. Not only that, but if the EMP comes through, could just go ahead, lead the way over to Sparkle, just lighting them up, throws down the barrage, gets a bunch of damage in, but doesn't get the kills. But they're still coming through. Now the hack down here onto him. Will keep him grounded, but an EMP out from Guard does answer. He's trying to get some damage in, jumps to the side, manages to stay alive here for the moment, gets back invisible. It looks like he picks up the health pack, but will get taken down in the end. Dako going forward, throws out the rockets as he tries to prevent his first tick from coming through. But Element Missing might have overstepped their bounds. Dako goes low. Coalescence keeps him alive here for a little bit longer, but it's not going to be enough to keep him in the fight. He'll go down. First tick comes through. Ons throws out that pulse bomb. Won't be finding the kills, but it seems like BlossoM have finally found themselves this cap onto A.
The pulse bomb doesn't stick, but it's probably going to switch to the Widow anyways here. So
they're still fighting this one out. Actually, the EMP comes down from Illicit. They haven't been able to get the finish, and now it's 10 seconds left on the clock with Pokebo and Guard both going down. It seems like it's only going to be a matter of time. Dako rejoins, Coalescence down from Swoon, starts ripping them apart. Res comes down from Jexay onto Repel, and he dies immediately thereafter. Illicit spams away. They drain out so much time from this clock as Sparkle will get taken down and the cap comes through. But now it's only 2.5 minutes here on the street space for BlossoM.
Let's see where the swaps come through. On sticking with the Tracer for now, trying to catch a very aggressive Sparkle here. And we are going to see the switch from Sparkle after Barrage, very likely. He's going to look to DMX the D.Va before shooting that out, then we'll make the switch. On sticks with the Tracer, surprisingly though. Obviously they haven't pushed the cart far enough for him to do the Widow yet, but still, usually switches right after point A.
Sparkle's got a great angle, comes in right behind him. Rips him apart, another double kill over to him as both healers will go down. Jexay brings Pokebo back into the fight, and Element Mystic just wants to go ahead and contain BlossoM right here by the choke point.
Dako holds on to this self-destruct too, so keeping several tools being ult efficient. Sparkle makes the switch to the Tracer now. As the cart gets pushed through, Guard looks for the angle to hit the supports once again. Actually looks for the Winston.
Yeah, drops in, throws down the EMP, catches multiple members yet again, and the kills just spill forth here for Element Mystic as they continue to command this cart.
They're just dropping the hammer right up off the high ground there, starting with Guard. Really coordinated dive here. They're keeping the Moira with them, so this dive is so difficult to burst through without a tool like the EMP that Illicit now holds. But because they have that high ground advantage, an EMP like this isn't going to be huge unless it kills the Mercy. He needs to kill him.
And there's just no way Jexay can get out of there. They will finally take him out, but they trade back there for Swoon. His Guard was doing a bit of a solo mission there himself, trading back one of the healers. Element Mystic still trying to stick in the fight, but Dako goes down, but they will go ahead and use the primal rage here from the side of Pokebo, but everybody just focus fires in onto the Winston. The stick comes through from Ons and will be able to take him out. Coalescence comes down from Repel as it continues trying to control this cart, but it seems like it's time for Element Mystic to go ahead, kite back, allow BlossoM to gain some distance on this cart, and then fight them just before the bridge.
I mean, Sparkle's playing an incredible Tracer right now, staying alive there, contesting the cart for a long time, nearly getting a second pick. Got one. But they are going to have to now gain control of this high ground to drop down once more. 20 seconds to go, so BlossoM cannot get wiped here, or they are not going to finish the second point.
18 seconds remaining. Element Mystic. No healer ult's ready to go yet. Valkyrie nearly coming through, but already Pokebo and Repel both going to be taken down. That primal range there from Mineral, ripping them apart. Jexay going to fall as well. This could be it for BlossoM as they try to continue this push over the bridge. Dako knocked out of the mech. They can keep charging forward here in OT, but they need to get this completion. Element Mystic should have enough time to tag back in to try to delay this push.
It's going to be close. They're coming back from a large distance here. Here's the EMP, saved it so long just for contest.
Yeah, Tinto not in, but the sound barrier immediately answers from the side of the Tories. He tries to keep everybody on BlossoM in the fight, keeps this card pushing forward. Pulse Pump comes in, Repel goes down, Sparkle joins him in the grave. Dako will go ahead, drops off the side of the map, and this should be BlossoM BlossoM keeping their hopes alive. They get the completion here on the B with 1.5 minutes going into the castle.
And the happiest part, I think, for BlossoM fans about this is they did it all on the Tracer. Not a single second of Widowmaker played. On's delivering here on this Tracer tonight and not making the switch, just having really good coordinated dive plays here against a less coordinated Element Mystic, to be honest, with the EMP usage there. Not everyone on the same page with ultimate. Sparkle tosses this in.
Throws it down, actually finds Ons at the end of it all. I think he might have just recalled back on top of that one by accident. Oh, that's massive. Popo, way too late on the Primal Rage, gets booped off top set, now loses the ultimate. That could be huge here for the side of BlossoM as they continue to push in. Guard goes in, throws down the EMP, taken out immediately, and yet again, BlossoM have the sound barrier. The Tori is just kiting around, evading these EMPs expertly to help keep his team alive and in the fight. 30 seconds now remaining, and BlossoM can gain so much distance after these kills come through. Popo is dead yet again.
Yeah, I can't blame Guard for that EMP, but the positioning for Tori has been, again, as you say, twice now, very good to counter it. The playstyle of Guard is to look for the Lucio, but at this choke point, it's tough to execute, it's tough to get in there.
Wilson throws down his own EMP, pulse bombs coming through there from Ons. Signal just help take Dako out of the mech. As Alyssa desperately tries to spam away, doesn't really know where to look. The coalescence and everything just blinded him, but the rest of the team are still picking up the kills. BlossoM continue to move forward. Now just meters in front of this completion here on Eichenwald. It seems like they might just be able to finish this one off. Jackson comes in, bumps to the Lucio, hacked immediately, gets taken down. 2.2 meters left to go. Self-destruct thrown in. Bubbles come through. No kills to be had for the side of Element Mystic as they desperately try to fight this one out.
Guard needs to get an EMP here. That's their best bet. He's so close.
Down. Sparkle doesn't find anything. Tries to avoid the self-destruct, but just has the great angle. Takes him out. Dako goes down. EMP from Guard, not resulting in much of anything.
Sound barrier.
Finds the hack there onto Zia, but the members of Element Mystic are trying to trade back. Popo goes down to Tori, drops in the sound barrier, but it's only for himself and Sia as they try to keep things alive, and it's a desperate play as they want to get this completion, but it seems like it's just not gonna happen. Sparkle with the swaps over to the side of that Doomfist is able to finish them off. They will stop them just about a meter in front of point C, but good God, BlossoM, you have to think it was a miracle for them to get that far, and given that it was always in OT when they were getting the pushes done.
And Achilios, we saw really good stagger there. The tank ultimate staggered one by one. Popo stayed in the spawn till after the self-destruct expired there, and we saw the second demeching coming through onto Dako. Then he came in a Primal Rage. The whole time, Guard was desperately looking to build that EMP, which hit everybody. It was very much a strong EMP there, and it helped clean up the fight, helped buy time for everyone to respawn. Then we saw Repel just heal through all that damage. All it takes is a pick or two. When you're at this point where you have the faster runbacks literally coming out of the spawn and fighting to win and defend that point. So very impressive play by Element Mystic, but there were holes for sure. There were moments where we saw Guard just struggle to get valuable EMPs on the defense there in that choke point. So very good play around the Sombra by Tori, who hasn't actually had very many great EMPs thus far. So, or sorry, very many sound barriers thus far. So that's a change that makes me feel that's something he's been working on over the past few weeks. Very difficult to say that you've been able to sound barrier successfully. 3 of 3 big Guard EMPs, you know, at that very scary choke point. That's Guard, the best Sombra in Korea, and you've positioned well enough to make those EMPs happen. That is what I like to see. That's the kind of improvement I think is necessary. Ons will be running the McCree setup here with the reset that we've seen from Runaway.
Oh, Sparkle's actually sticking through with this. I thought we were going to see a swap, but it's going to be the Doomfist.
This can burst through a McCree very easily. They're actually really well predicting what BlossoM is running here.
Just going to try to surprise him. I don't think he's been spotted yet as Guard hops over the top, wrapping around the back.
Scouting.
Fantastic slide mechanics coming through here with the Sombra. Now going to go invisible, but he actually is going to get found immediately as they weaken him, but this does force BlossoM to go ahead, kite back over to the point where Sparkle's now looking for an opening for that rocket punch.
Yeah, he's going to need to hit the rocket punch here onto Ons. That's the goal, obviously.
Diving in. Be a bit of disruption there, and Illicit is going to go down right off the bat. Good start, but Jexay traded back here as Ons finds the kill, and Sparkle will go down. So far, just going to be the 2 for 4, actually, yes, I can't even complete my sentence before multiple members of BlossoM go down. Might just see a very rapid take here for the side of Element Mystic as they go ahead and clean up BlossoM. Yeah, this might just be it. We could do one last tag in, but it would be a very slow trickle in of members on the side of BlossoM, so I think they're just going to surrender this.
They will have to. On's going to make the switch to the Widow now. The McCree defense did not work, mostly because of the Doomfist pick, where they knocked Mineral, stunned him with the Rocket Punch. He couldn't actually get in position to defend. Ons, let's see that Widow that they switched him in for here. Let's see what he can do. Given this high ground advantage, should be a lot.
Yeah, but it's still going to be a rough one. Guard comes in, throws down that EMP, and swoons to Tori. Go down right at the start. Sparkle swiping away, trying to build up for the Dragon Blade. We'll just go ahead and clean up the rest of these members. Pop out there onto Sia. He'll jump off the side, and Sparkle just cuts right over onto the bridge. Thought maybe he was going to be joining Sia down in the little ravine, but he stays alive.
The coordination of this team, it looks stronger and stronger every week. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that fight. It was beautiful. It was just coordinated dive, breaking through the tank line, threatening the sniper, finding it, chasing it, hacking, preventing the DMAG.
Well, here you go yet again. Everyone pushing forward into the castle while the payload is slowly just brought forward by one member. Guards will jump back, join in here with Jexay as Dako is just poking around.
This is practically a spawn cap. Widowmaker not getting any line of sight here, not having any opportunities to leave the castle.
Yeah, basically they immediately go in yet again, looking for Ons. He is going to go down as Dako just finishes them off. Hell and Pokepo, however, will get taken down, so maybe a bit of an overextension here from the side of Element Mystic, so gonna have to rethink the battle plan.
Giving some new meaning to the term deep dive with that one. Going way in.
Yeah, that was a bit too deep.
Yeah, that was, don't want to go that far. Okay.
You go that deep, you really need protection, and they just didn't really have it.
I mean, Dako wanted to get the kill on Ons, he got it, but he wasn't feeling for his team because he did go so far inside of the castle there. Pulse attempt here goes wide. So Ons is starting to get some line of sight.
He's going to get jumped on yet again.
Dragon Blade's out.
His way back to the barriers there to just go ahead and stop him from getting any shots off. And Dako yet again hounds down this Widowmaker. Sparkle finding the kill there on Tori as well. The self-destruct comes up from Sia, looking for the pick. Will be able to find Repel.
Can we talk?
Didn't have the fate available, I guess.
Can we talk about honorable mention of Swoon, who was able to just like keep his back against the wall and go undetected there? That was really. Dako gets the kill on the Widowmaker, and Swoon's like, please don't notice me, please don't notice me.
He's like a T-Rex in that mech, you know? Only responds to movement. You gotta stand perfectly still. Sia, however, he's gonna get spotted out immediately. Guard feeling perfectly fine to go ahead and use the EMP. Will shut Sia out of the fight. He'll get taken down there as Sparkle finds the killing blow. And it's just going to be another pretty much clean sweep here onto the members of BlossoM as that completion comes through onto point B. Element Mystic charging forward. 4 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. All they got to do is roll into the station here, get the completion on Eichenwald, and they move up 2-0.
Of the heroes we've seen Ons play, the McCree, the Widow, the Soldier, and the Tracer, you add the Sombra into the mix, it is by far his worst hero. He is going to switch off a bit after an unsuccessful defense there. Onto the McCree.
Lisset, pulse bomb's ready to go, tosses that one out, finds two, stops Dako from getting back into the mech. Jexay will be a nice little addition. 2-for-1 special for him, coalesces down from Repel. Does take down Mineral, but the res is available for the Tori to bring him back into the fight. And for now, Element Mystic should be held at bay as they try to kite back out of the castle.
Yeah, they are going to be defended for now. Difficult to use this Dragon Blade despite having a support ultimate to pair with it because of the choke point that you'll have to go through. It's very predictable. And Ons is going to be pocketed here by the Mercy. Having that extra damage, meaning that dive coming through from Pokepo will be very difficult to sustain through without a Primal Rage because of the Discords. Let's see if he can make it through. He is leading the charge here. Barrier is going to be how they force it in.
Yeah, sound barrier in. They know that there's no Sombra here to try to deny the shield, so they open up with that one, but Dako is still going to be the first one getting picked off, and Ons actually finds the hits there onto guard, denying the potential EMP investment here from the side of Element Mystic, and now they will yet again cheese forward, push them out of the castle.
This was such a great,
traded at right at the end.
Just such a great amount of momentum, such a great push through here, but now that the opening is closed, it's so difficult to approach. They had to commit the sound barrier to get Pokeball into position. He and Dako were realistically the first to die. Obviously, Guard got killed by Ons, but the tanks were melted there.
Really surprised that Sia is trying to spam away with the pistol instead of just running out and jumping off the bridge.
Well, I guess he's scared of, well, I don't even know. I can't answer that question.
That 5% of ult charge that would go over to somebody on Element Mystic, I suppose. But now we'll go ahead and try this one yet again here from the side of Element Mystic.
They get in.
EMP's ready to go. Pretty decent angle. Throws that one down. Catches multiple members yet again. And now it's going to be the trend that is coming through. Popo dies. As Illicit will go down. Sparkle just trying to swipe away there with a Dragon Blade, but actually gets taken out by the flashbang. The Deadeye will come through. Everyone kites back around the corner, however, denying on the sight line.
He was
yet again, Element Mystic.
I mean, he was branded by Sia and healed by Dotori and Swoon.
Ooh.
And they're just going to stagger this. This is not looking good for Element Mystic. They had to use so much to get into this position. They got inside because of the DMAC Sia, who did eventually, of course, get that back. But now they don't have any ways to really force themselves into the end of this map. Guard using the EMP. He has to farm for it as quickly as possible. They're going to need more than just a pick on the supports with this one. It needs to be a team wipe. Sparkle's switching to Junkrat. Rightfully so. I think this is a smart move. So close to that EMP, he's looking for it. That's their only way to end this map.
Close. Popo pops out Primal Rage just in time to stay alive. The Self-Destruct goes into the back, and Dako finds the kill there onto Dotori. That's going to be a huge one, and now it's going to be the McCree pinned into the corner. Ons trying to stay alive with that Orb of Harmony, but it's just not going to do enough work. Guard jumps forward, tries to get on top of the chandelier, but does not find it, but still has the EMP here, ready to go. 2 meters left as they keep pushing forward. No one can get there in time. Not sure if they were just respawning or if people weren't paying attention. You can see that Sia was knocked out of the mech. Illicit was trying to charge back in, but either way, Element Mystic do manage to get the completion on Iconfall. They move up 2-0 here in this series.
That was all Dako's self-destruct. If he does not die, if Dotori does not die, that means that Ons does not die to the Primal Rage, and in fact will actually kill Pokpo in this situation. In fact, Pokpo with Primal Rage nearly died to the McCree there.
Still went low.
Yeah, like he went down to about 200 health. He would have died had there been further pocketing there on the McCree to keep him alive and also to boost his damage. And that would have been a tougher one. They would have had to use the EMP. They would have had to actually have a real fight there on the point. But, you know, we essentially saw Dako yet again on this map toss out a money self-destruct. This guy has by far the most kills of any diva in this tournament. Feels like whenever this team needs, they're struggling when they need to have a big play. It's either Guard, Dako, or Xi, or Sparkle, who comes up with a big ultimate that swings the tides. And in this case, it was Dako. Got that kill on the Mercy. And it was just as basic as that. If you have that kill, you get the remake on top of the point. You can gatekeep the McCree from doing maximum damage. You kill him even. There's just no res from the Mercy. There's no protection there. That's my badge. Is that what you're looking at?
I wasn't. I was actually just looking at you, but carry on. It was a little bit, it's not that bad. You know, it's been worse.
It's been much worse.
So, I mean, we've had it a full vertical there on your badge, but much better there. But that is going to be the first half of the series going the way of Element Mystic, but it certainly has been close. BlossoM putting up one hell of a fight. Let's see if they can answer with a win when we come back from the break in just a few.